again, so I suppose better do another vlog, or vlog, or whatever you want to call it. Once again, don't know how the camera is situated. You can actually get a mobile app for your phone, but for whatever reason, I don't want to work on mine. I haven't got I need to update the camera again, and I haven't actually got a blank SD card. Well, I do. It's not true. I can obviously make the SD card in this blank, but then I actually need a blank. I actually need a memory card reader to transfer the files when it is blank. You can't do it while it's in the camera because it creates other files, and it'll only update if just a pure update files in there for some reason. I don't know. Oh well. Never mind. So, wow, that was sounding pretty loud. What I want to talk about today, obviously, normally, as per, gaming related, I wanted to talk about zombie games. Just in general, I suppose you call it a subgenre of sort of action-adventure, first-person shooter. And zombie games have been really, really popular, as you probably know. We've had Dying Light most recently, that's been, I'd say it's been a fairly big success. And obviously, currently and previously, DayZ, even if the standalone has been, for all intents and purposes, a bit of a disappointment. We've also had War Z, or Infestation Survivor Stories, and what was it when I was thinking of? Oh yeah, Dead Island, sorry, Die Island. That's probably what it should be called. Is the most recent one that I played. I've been playing that with Deadman, and it's actually been I've actually been enjoying it really. I mean, it's pretty mindless. Go around, chop off zombies' limbs, kick them while they're down. You know, do a normal affair. And of course, we've got the second one that's in development and should have really been out by now. But I'm not really going to go into Dead Island too much. Basically, I just reeled off all those games. All of you watching this will no doubt know what those games are. You've then obviously there are a lot of other smaller zombie games that are out and about. I'm trying to think of some now. I suppose The Forest, to a certain extent, the zombie game, Cannibals, similar. But there's a lot of games that run on the same premise: survival, horror, survive zombie apocalypse. And to be honest, obviously we have H1Z1, just thought of that. And to be honest, the market is saturated so much that, to be fair, it's quite a bland, for what is effectively a really exciting genre. We've got quite a bland selection now, given that everything's already pretty much been done. You know, DayZ pretty much did it all, despite the fact I played the War Z before I actually played DayZ. DayZ is such a good game, standalone anyway, not the standalone, the mod. And one that I thoroughly enjoyed, and will probably be probably will forever be the highlight of the zombie subgenre to me. Having said that, I also enjoyed the War Z as well. I mean, it is definitely about who you play with. I mean, you know, I had a good group of guys to play with on the War Z and also on DayZ, and I think that does help massively. Didn't quite get the same effect on H1Z1 though. They had the mechanics to, you know, be good if you got a few people together. So that's, you know, like pretty much any online game that can work like that. But with it being so saturated, it just sort of feels like, you know, we've obviously got some impending releases now coming to console. And in my head, the discussion that rages there is it just saturated because I'm a PC gamer? Well, more so a PC gamer than a console gamer. And yeah, perhaps to a certain extent, people who have not wanted to delve into the genre of PC. And let's not beat around the bush, it's not for everybody. And obviously the time and commitment it does sort of take to have a PC as opposed to having a console where you send it back to the manufacturer or the retailer if it goes wrong. If you build your own PC, go back to yourself and say, why did I do that incorrectly? But yeah, for console gamers, obviously it's fairly exciting time for them. H1Z1 will be coming out. Daisy standalone is also going to get a console release. And of course these will be games they've not played before. So perhaps in some sense to them it's a fresh genre. You know, they've only really sort of had Dead Islands and the Dying Light, and of course State of Decay, which we won't talk about because I have very sad feelings about that. I thought very, very highly of that game for a very, very long time, and it turned out to be an utter disappointment from start to finish. But I've covered that enough anyway on previous videos, so I don't really need to go into that again. And I don't want to. So, yeah, I feel that PC gamers will feel it's saturated now. I've actually not looked at sales figures. I think that would be... Am I just hear a beep? I don't know. I think that would be... Yes, I'll listen. Mind that one. Where was I? Oh, look at that, a mouse. Oh, if you see that, hopefully I caught that, that'd be cool. Oh, I've lost track now. Yeah, I've not looked at the sales figures for, you know, the sale of these type of games, but in my opinion it feels as though it's declining. It feels as though at least the hype, which is another video, which actually last night I watched Total Biscuit's video on hype concerning video games and the media. Quite an interesting watch. Brings up some really good points actually. But they just don't seem to be quite as high around these sort of games anymore. Which, to be fair, is a shame, but also, I mean, I think we're at the stage now where unless you ace it, you know, have everything spot on, you're not going to outdo the competition, you're not going to generate enough hype for it to be like another Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty's got its zombie mode anyway, which, you know, let's be honest, it's, well, that's what you would expect from a Call of Duty game. But it works alright, it fills that small gap, and actually there's some people that are really, really into it. So, you know, bits and bats. Anyway guys, I think that will pretty much end my video though. I was going to let him through, but he obviously didn't see my hand movement. Loose chippings, goodness. Just wait till you get some hard chippings, then you're in trouble. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.